The Premiership is a hard school where survival isn't guaranteed by mere diligence. And in the shadow of J.B. Priestley's seat of learning, Valley Parade is experiencing a collective intake of breath as these teams limber up. Bradford, the Premiership's lowest scorers, have spent the week in fruitless pursuit of a striker. Their leading scorer Lee Mills was injured in training on Thursday, so Dean Windass is given a chance alongside Dean Saunders. Manager Paul Jewell is keen to freshen things up. Wayne Jacobs returns at left back, and Gareth Whalley starts in midfield for only the second time in 4 months. Watford have already invested in forwards. Helguson and Gravelane are given a chance to impress again. Richard Johnson has succumbed to injury, allowing Micah Hyde to return from suspension. Neil Cox is also back as the search continues for a turnaround in fortunes. Watford, in their change kit of white shirts, have the Premiership's most porous defence. Bradford are harder to beat at home than Liverpool or Leicester, but they don't win too many times here. That's their major problem on home soil. It's a fairly chilly afternoon in West Yorkshire. There's a slight breeze, and in charge of proceedings from Halstead in Kent is Paul Alcock. Won by Weatherall. Charlie Miller. Helguson causing problems for Weatherall. Now Des Little. Space opening up inside for him. A player who's hardly been a regular in the Watford team this season. He's very close to scoring a rare goal against Liverpool with a volley. Was just over the bar last week, and that's his early marker today. Windass. Jamie Lawrence. It was Perpetuini that made a rather untidy tackle. And it's a throw-in. They show too much of it to Jamie Lawrence, who has a chance. The block by Chamberlain, and Perpetuini doing his utmost to get it clear, and he's been fouled. First clear chance of the game falling to Jamie Lawrence, who's never scored a goal in the top division of English football, neither here nor in his time with Leicester. Palmer. Flag is up for offside. Referee hasn't seen it yet. Still up on this near side, and play is allowed to continue. Now it's gone down. This is Lawrence. It's worked out in Bradford's favour anyway. Haller. McCall. Doing very well to get past Robinson, and then Windass. Well, it was all down to the dogged pursuit of the ball by the captain, Stuart McCall. Robinson was a clear favourite to deal with it. Lost it to Stuart McCall, and Windass, first time at the near post. Maybe slightly disappointed not to have forced a save from the goalkeeper. Improvisation. Certainly in the stands, we could do with some on the pitch. Windass, Lawrence. Windass, Saunders. Windass trying to get there. The referee says penalty. Paul Alcock was a fair distance away, but the Bradford player Windass was the filling in a rather untidy sandwich. Page and Robinson, the two defenders. I would also have to add that Mr. Alcock didn't have the best of angles, but he was unequivocal in pointing to the spot. But Des Little has said a word or two too many, and is going to be cautioned. So much riding on this game, even at this relatively early stage of the season. Peter Beagrie got quite a reputation from the penalty spot last season. Successful 6 times. He's already equalised in the last minute against Sheffield Wednesday from the spots. And now, cueing the traditional cartwheel, he's put Bradford in front in this most significant of games. Wasn't a great penalty, but it was good enough. Once Chamberlain had committed himself to his right, Beagrie went left and was right. Now Clark having to dive bravely at Gravelin's feet. Matt Clark's form has been an outstanding feature of Bradford's season. Page. Haller. Miller. Robinson. Helguson. Gravelin adopted an intelligent position. And back it goes to Helguson. And Micah Hyde! It's 1-1. And the lead lasted only 6 minutes. Really good interplay between the two relatively new strikers, Helguson and Gravelin. The Frenchman seeking out the Icelander, and Micah Hyde, like a good midfield player, attacking the edge of the 6-yard box. Undoubtedly the best move of the match, bringing the equalising goal. Suggestion of a smile on Graham Taylor's face. McCaw. Windass. And here's Gareth Whalley. Saunders ahead of him. Whalley has scored! No one went to meet him, and he was allowed to run and place his shot as he pleased. Saunders acted as a foil, and Gareth Whalley let fly, hit the inside of the post and saw the ball ricochet into the opposite corner. Should Alec Chamberlain have got there? He will feel that maybe he should have done. It was the bounce of the ball that defeated him more than anything else. Gareth Whalley making only his second start in the last 4 months. Allowed to run and run. Helguson. Now Gravelin. Very sharp. And fairly close. In fact, very close from Xavier Gravelin. Had the stipulated 2 minutes of added time, and at half-time Bradford have the advantage. There are 1 or 2 arguments going on involving Peter Beagrie, and Steve Palmer is lying flat on the ground receiving treatment from the physiotherapist. A slightly unsavoury end to a well-contested first half. Steve Palmer is wanting to know why the referee isn't taking action over the incident that left him in something of a crumpled heap. There's Dean Saunders, who seemed to go in with not a stiff arm but an arm, and that was the cause of the unhappiness between the two sides as the players left the pitch. These are often fairly inhibiting occasions, these relegation battles. This hasn't been, and at half-time Bradford have a slender advantage, 2-1. Tends to be the case that matches against companions in distress decide your fate if you're struggling in the nether regions of the Premiership. That is what makes this game, even though we're only in January, so very important. It's a fact that Paul Jewell and Terry Yorath on the right there have been stressing to their players all week. Weatherall. Cox. Hyde. Little. Now Charlie Miller. And Gravelly! He is a really dexterous player, Xavier Gravelly. Whatever the height or angle of the ball that comes to him, he seems to have the answer. It was actually Gunnar Haller that played it to him. And Clark in the Bradford goal was rooted to the spot. Taylor began the season with half of the players who won the playoff final at Wembley for him unavailable. The situation, if anything, has got worse as the season's gone on. Freshened up by one or two new recruits. It's Bradford on the attack with Lawrence. Sweeney. He's lost it to Windass. Did well to get across in there. Saunders! It's out for a corner. Dean Windass conjured a very good cross out of very little. The supporters at the Kop end of Valley Parade. Many of them have left their seats. And are standing trying to suck this ball in. And it has gone in! Andrew O'Brien, the young centre-back, forward for the corner, scores his first goal in just a shade under 3 years. Peeling away off his marker, finding the space and the angle for a looping header. Four minutes into the second half, and Bradford can see some daylight. Watford presumably can see only darkness. Classic ploy by the centre-back at a set-piece. Neither goalkeeper nor the defender, Perpetuini, could halt it. One Premiership goal in the last 5 games, and now 3 in the space of an hour. Windass. Paul Saunders. Confusion between Page and Robinson offered him the chance. He's had a really industrious afternoon, Dean Saunders. Deserves some more tangible form of reward than the odd assist here and there. Hyde. Robinson. A nice turn by Smith. Got the luck of the bounce. And Robinson, double save by Matt Clark, who's down injured. And is in some trouble inside the 6-yard box, and the ball's still in play. And there's only a defender on the line. There's no goalkeeper. It was David Weatherall that got the ball away, because Matt Clark, in making that brave double save, has sustained what seems quite a serious injury. The second, the more impressive save, but you could see the agony on his face even then. First shot was from Tommy Smith. The second from Paul Robinson, and it was as Robinson followed through that the goalkeeper was injured. Bradford haven't had the best of luck with goalkeepers this season. Those that have played have done remarkably well, but Gary Walsh succumbed to injury first of all, and now poor Matt Clark has gone the same way. And on in his place is Aidan Davison, 3 times a Northern Ireland international. That's one for Saunders to chase, and he's clearly got the legs on Palmer. Here's a chance for Dean Saunders. The referee is looking for assistance from his assistant to confirm that Chamberlain got a touch. And it's going to be a corner. Steve Palmer contended that Saunders used his arm to control the ball. Beagrie with it. Weatherall. O'Brien. Decision goes Watford's way. And Gravelane is going to take this rather than being a threatening, brooding presence in the box. He'll whip it in with his left foot. Helguson tried to get the flick and expects the corner, but nothing more than that. That is a good one. Got the flailing punch from Davison. Micah Hyde. Page. And it's crept in! Only just, but Helguson swung at it and it dribbled into the corner of the net. No great power, but from fairly close in, just had enough about it to defeat Davison. For Bradford City, this would be a very significant victory, and for Watford, a very significant defeat. And that's it. Bradford emerged victorious after a game of fluctuating fortunes. Bradford still are keeping their heads above the lapping waters of the lower regions of the Premiership. Plenty to entertain, plenty to talk about, and victory to Bradford City by 3 goals to 2.